Thoroughness, taking care of necessary details.
My name is Emma Toops. I am an education professional. I do work in nonprofit as a chapter leader for the Kansas City chapter of the Association of the United States Army. I'm a teacher at Huntington Learning Center, and I'm a consultant in Toops Consulting. KCAUSA is the Kansas City chapter of a national association of the United States Army. It's an educational nonprofit, and the purpose of the organization is to provide a voice for the Army and support for the soldier. So what we try to deliver in our Meet Your Army program is creating awareness or elevating understanding of something that to them is peripheral or not even in their sights at all. So Kansas City being the headquarters for FEMA Region 7, some of these things that have happened this summer and fall with hurricanes and emergency response, people know of those things because they've been in the news, but how has Kansas City been part of it? So that was what our focus was today, was to try to kind of create a greater awareness that there is relevance in what the military is doing and living right here in Kansas City Metro.
The character quality of thoroughness is one that really makes life better for people. I find it one that I have really had to work at because I just kind of show up and think, okay, what are we going to do here? But my wife is incredibly thorough, and I cannot tell you how much better our life is because she has worked at this character quality. And I've learned a lot from her. But when you think about thoroughness, don't you love being around people who have thought through what was going to be needed before it was needed? By being around people like that, think of how the projects just operate so much more smoothly and how you get to be more creative because the things that you need have already been thought through.
A lot of my actual military background was in planning, and it requires situational awareness so that you can plan for contingencies and things that are unconventional or unexpected. Now that I'm a civilian, it applies to the business world.
My wife and I recently had to replace the shower in our bathroom, and it has leaked the entire time we've had it. And when we had it replaced, they said to us, I actually asked, why did this happen? And they said, well, when they built it, they didn't put the contour in it like they were supposed to, so the water had no place to go. And to have fixed that would have been an investment of 15 minutes if they had done it right the first time. Instead, it was costly and took a week. I appreciate people who want to be craftsmen with what they do. They care about what they do, and they plan ahead. By planning ahead, not only does it save time, it allows you to catch the details and to have the quality of work that makes you proud of what you've done.
If you don't plan and consider all the things that could affect the outcomes that you want to get to, and if that intended outcome is clear and everybody is clear that it's going to be excellent, that average isn't good enough, then because everyone is focused on the same outcome of excellence, then you can resource the actions required to get there.
My grandfather passed away a number of years ago, and about a month ago, I had a chance to go back to the hometown where he's from. He was the janitor at a local church and had some other jobs, but he would always turn every songbook the same direction in the auditorium because he felt like it demonstrated that this was an important place. Now, he's been gone for over 20 years. And when we went back, it was the first time I'd been there in over 20 years. And we got into the auditorium, and every songbook was still facing the same direction because whoever replaced him saw that commitment to excellence and wanted to repeat it. I love being around people who do things the right way, not because someone's looking, but because that's who they want to be, the kind of person who would do their jobs that way. It inspires other people when you choose a path of excellence.
In my civilian work, with my nonprofit work and these other things where I'm working with folks who don't have that military background, I've learned that I can't just push play and go on to the next thing. I do have to come back and provide some oversight, provide some feedback, and adjust the process if necessary, because it's not something that all of these people that I am now working with know to do from having been in the military.
When I think about finishing strong, I always think about running sprints in football. And I could hear the coaches saying, finish strong, because there was a real temptation to let up there at the end, to not finish out. And they would say that the finish line, I'm running through the finish line, not to the finish line. When you think about thoroughness, it's the same idea, that I'm not just trying to get to the finish line, I am increasing my speed. I am committed to this, and I'm not just trying to survive. I have enough energy to thrive. I'm going to make this happen. So when we think about thoroughness applied, it's a mindset. I'm not just trying to do enough work to get the job done. I'm trying to do this in a way that I feel positive about what I've done, and I'm going to not regret having let up too soon.
Remember these points. Plan ahead. Pursue excellence. Finish strong.